Coach AB here with Coach Andrew Montenegro and Coach Lloyd.
Hey guys.
How you guys doing?
We're here to discuss the upcoming tryouts and coaching assignments and a couple things to get you as much information as we can. Andrew, can you discuss a little bit about the upcoming tryouts?
So our youngers season is coming to an end. State Cup is kind of the conclusion of our season. So at the end of State Cup, we will be starting the tryout process for all the different age groups. Basically, we're targeting 03 and younger. So what happens is the tryout process, we try to make it a 2-week process where State Cup will end for your age group, and then we will, in some age groups, bring them together and have 2 weeks, which will be equivalent to roughly 4 practices.
So the parents really want to understand, what are the primary objectives for the tryouts, Andrew? There's probably 2 primary goals that we're trying to get out of it. So can you explain that to the parents?
There are 2 goals. The first goal is the individual. We want to make sure that we place every child on the appropriate team for their individual development. And we do this by collaborating with the coaches. If your coach has seen your child play for the entire year, so they'll be able to provide great feedback. So the tryout itself is not, we don't want it to be a scary thing. We want you to understand that it's part of the process to make sure that they're on the right team. So the first goal is to place the player on the appropriate team. The second goal is to regroup the teams and to make sure that we're forming strong competitive teams for the new season.
And then tryouts, do they differ between age groups?
Absolutely. There is a lot of different factors. Some factors are age. Some of the age groups are 7v7, and they'll be graduating into 9v9. So that means you might have to add players to your team. So in some age groups, let's say we have 3 teams. We might make 3 into 2 because of the roster size. Some age groups go from 9v9 to 11v11 as well. Other factors would be some sites, some of our locations are single site locations. So you might be on an 09 team and you're just a North Branch team, or you're just a Pierce team. And there is age groups where we combine those and have what we call our combo teams. So there are lots of factors that might go in. You might end State Cup on a different time. So the 09s might start next week and the 08s might start in 2 weeks. And just because you hear something, oh, this group started or that group started, every single age group is different. Every single age group we factor in on what's the appropriate thing for them, and then we will communicate to those teams and those families directly about what is relevant to them.
And as you guys know, we are an academy club for boys and girls. So AB, when will the players try out for the academy? What age groups do they start trying out for the academy?
Well, as Andrew mentioned, the tryouts for the club are for the 03s all the way down to the 09s. So in the boys academy, there will be a 06, 05, 04, and 03 team next season. So those age groups will be trying out for the boys academy and for the club itself. In the girls academy will begin at the 04 age group. There is no 05 and 06 girls academy teams. So those trials will be happening simultaneously. The club from 03 all the way down to 09, and the ages which I just discussed for the boys and for the girls.
Finally, this can be a challenging time for both player and parent throughout this tryout process. So what advice can you give the parents on how best to prepare their child for the upcoming tryouts?
Well, number one, if you're a member of Real SoCal, you've been here all year, as Andrew mentioned, and our coaches know you very well. We do collaborate on all these teams and what's best for these players. So you need to set your child at ease and have them be confident to show their abilities. They've been trained all year here and they've got a lot to show. Another thing that we need to discuss is change.
Yeah, change is inevitable in this process. There will be some age groups that, like we mentioned, we combined. There might be a coaching change. Your son or daughter might be placed on a new team in the program, or a new player might be placed on their team. Change is something that is inevitable, and it's something that the kids, it's a great learning process, because change is something we deal with our entire lives. So we don't want them to be fearful of it. We want you to help guide them through that process and help them understand that this is just part of what we're doing to make sure they're on the right team.
And finally, trust in the coaching staff at Real SoCal to place your child in the right environment for their current ability. And Andrew mentioned a couple of things about changes and coaching assignments, so can you elaborate on that a little bit?
Sure. Everyone wants to know what team they're on and who's their coach. It's very, very important. So at Real, this is the time of the year where we review coaching assignments, and the possible options are that your coach stays with your team or that a new coach comes in. And we have to look at every aspect of that. And the reality is that for our younger teams that have just started, our coaches more than likely will roll over. We had some of these discussions at Oak Park with the parents. We want to put you at ease that the coaching information is coming very quickly. State Cup is about to wrap up, and we will be getting that information out immediately to everybody. And we worked hard all year, just like we have to evaluate the individual. We worked hard to evaluate the coaches and get the right fits. We're very proud of the Real SoCal coaching staff, and we feel that all of our coaches have something to give our players and teams. And these coaching assignments will come out very soon via email and meetings, and you will have all the information as to tryout info and the coaches for the upcoming season. That's it, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in to our
Thanks, guys.
podcast.
Thank you.